Hello, everybody. Tony Warfield here, still running around the country like crazy. Right now, I'm in Arizona. Just made it here tonight. Not in a suit. Brother, been driving all day, so you're gonna have to excuse me. But I'm gonna give you this financial 5 minutes here because I'm really fired up about some of the stuff I've been looking at. So let's take a look at a real quick look at a financial calculator here, right? Let me reset that because I really use this bad boy. So a lot of people are like, what? How much money am I supposed to save? Right? Well, you need to save as much money as you need for your retirement, right? So when you want to be able to have enough money to be able to get you what you need, right? But a lot of us we're starting out pretty late because we learn a lot of stuff late. So we might have the money, we might not, but let's just say we had enough money to be able to put away a couple $100 a month, right? I don't know when you're going to start, so I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna give it a nice big number, right? 35 years, right? If you're 30 right now, if you're 25, if you're 20, or if you're 40, right? You're looking at retiring somewhere around 50, 60, 70, 80 years, right? And say you're putting your money into a regular old savings account, percent, right? You're not going to start out with any money. You probably didn't get any cash from your parents or anything else, and you have an interest rate, a tax rate of 36%. That's 28% plus 8% state and local, right? So that's a total of 36%, right? So you take a look at that money. How much money do you think you're going to be having here? You guessed it, about $106,000, right? And that's the before tax. Pre-tax, like a 401k or TSP, or if you're a teacher or something like that, 77,000. But after tax, same 121,000. So you want to be able to put your money into a financial product that's going to help you get a better yield, right? So bank accounts, it's good to have that money available for your emergency funds, but they're not really good, or the savings accounts are not really good to be able to get you the compound interest you need to be able to make the money that you want to make. So you want to start putting your money into financial products that can get you a higher yield. Right now, I got my money in a financial product. It's averaging about 7.3%, right? So if you were to put away a couple $100 for 35 years, 7.3%, even with a tax rate of 36%, you're looking at what? A couple $100,000 pre-tax. Taxed. Pre-tax, you're looking at 250, but look what happens with your after tax, almost 400 grand, right? Now that's a big deal, especially considering what happens if you put that money, if something happens to you and you decide you want to leave that money to one of your family members, might be your children or something like that, right? You go ahead and you leave that money to one of your children, and now they got a head start. But you teach them to do exactly what you did: $200 for 35 years, 7.3%. Look what you got, and that's taxed. So what happens if it's pre-tax? 3.4, but most likely it's going to be after tax, $5 million. This is how the wealth gap continues to hurt, the minority, or the less educated financially, right? You have most people who use their life insurance policies to bury their family members, but really, this is an opportunity for you to really come up, or help your family come up, right? So I just wanted to be able to show you that real quick because I think it's really cool to be able to go ahead and throw a couple of dollars in, get a head start. Even if you don't get a head start, you're still doing pretty well. Look at the money you can get, right? $400,000. And that's just a couple $100. What are you, 18, 19, 20? You got a couple $100 instead of buying it on spending money on shoes and Starbucks. But as you get a little bit older, you might be able to put a little bit more money in there, averaging what, $300, maybe $500. Let's take a look at $500, right? Same interest rate, 35 years, you calculate that for after tax. Tax is 500 grand. That's a $500,000 just putting away $500, right? Well, Tony, where am I going to get $500? Trust me, when you get a little bit older and a little bit established, you got a good job, you're going to find $500 because you spend $500 on stuff you don't really need. I know we got $1.3 trillion going to the consumer base right now. So you have $600,000 right there pre-tax, but look what happens after tax. Cool million, right? How would that look on your retirement? So these are some of the conversations we can have to be able to help you get that money. You want to be able to have the money available for you because Social Security is not going to be there. And whether your 401k is matching or not, you still want to be able to put your money into a financial product that's going to get you the yield that you want. Savings account is only great if you just need that money liquid for emergencies, anywhere from 3 to 6 months worth of cash available. Outside of that, you want to put your money into a long-term product that's going to get you higher yields. So I want to be able to share that with you. And trust and believe me, it's a big deal. Go ahead and spread the word. If you have any other questions, shoot me a message in the message box. And thank you for that. Have a good night.